In a world obsessed with being number one, we've forgotten how to walk. We're all running a race, breathing hard, pushing others aside. But have you ever stopped to ask, what happens when you reach the finish line alone? The crowd might clap for a moment, but the silence that follows is deafening. If your victory requires everyone else to lose, is it really a win? Today, I want to tell you a story about a boy who was obsessed with winning. He thought trophies were the only measure of worth. But a wise old man showed him a truth that shattered his ego forever. If you feel winning but still feel empty, this is for you. Ethan was the fastest runner in his town, and he knew it. For him, life was simple. You run, you win, and you celebrate. He spent every waking hour training his body to be a machine. He didn't care about friends, family, or the beauty of the path. All he saw was the white line at the end of the track. Every time he crossed it first, his heart swelled with pride. He loved the cheering, the shouting, and the looks of envy from others. But pride is a hollow house that eventually collapses. The town organized a massive race, and the whole world seemed to be watching. Ethan stood at the start, his muscles tense. The whistle blew, and he took off like a lightning bolt. He finished so far ahead of the others that it wasn't even a contest. The crowd roared, but a wise old man in the corner stayed perfectly still. Ethan, confused by the silence, demanded another race. He won again, even faster this time. Yet, the old man's eyes remained calm, showing no sign of being impressed. Ethan shouted, "Give me a real challenge. Give me someone I can't beat." The old man smiled and brought out two new runners. One was an elderly woman who could barely stand, and the other was a blind man. Ethan laughed, thinking it was a joke. "What kind of race is this?" he asked, mocking the weakness. The old man simply said, "Finish the race. That is all you have to do." The whistle blew, and Ethan sprinted to the end in a matter of seconds. He turned around, expecting the loudest cheers of his life. But for the first time, the entire stadium was completely, hauntingly silent. Not a single hand clapped. Not a single voice shouted his name. Confused and angry, Ethan walked back to the old man at the start. "Why are they silent?" he demanded. "I won. I am the fastest." The old man looked at the woman and the blind man, still standing at the start. "In this race, you won the track, but you lost the people," he said softly. "Winning against the weak is not a victory. It is a display of arrogance. True greatness is not measured by how far you leave others behind. It is measured by how many people you're willing to bring with you." Ethan looked at his trophy and realized it felt heavier than a mountain. He finally understood that his speed was useless if it served only his ego. The old man gave him one last instruction. "Run again, but finish together." Ethan walked back to the starting line, but this time he didn't crouch to run. He took the frail hand of the old woman and the trembling hand of the blind man. He didn't look at the finish line. He looked at the faces beside him. They began to walk, slowly, step by step, synchronized in their movement. Ethan adjusted his pace to match theirs, supporting them when they stumbled. It took 10 times longer than any race he had ever run in his life. But as they crossed the line together, the stadium exploded into a frenzy. People were weeping, cheering, and standing on their feet in pure joy. The old man approached Ethan and whispered, "Now you are a true winner. Before, they cheered for your legs. Now they are cheering for your soul." In the race of life, we are often told that we are in competition with everyone. But the only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Success is a lonely mountain if you don't help others climb it with you. If you reach the top and find yourself alone, you've actually failed. The world doesn't need more champions. It needs more companions. It needs people who are willing to slow down for those who are struggling. Because at the end of your life, the only thing that will matter is who you walked with. Stop running for a moment and look at the people standing next to you. Are you pushing them down, or are you holding their hands? Your legacy isn't built on trophies. It's built on the lives you've touched. If this story moved you, share it with someone who is currently struggling. Let them know that they don't have to run this race alone. Comment "Finish together" below if you're choosing kindness over ego. Subscribe to join our tribe of people chasing wisdom. The clock is ticking, but there's still time to change how you run. Go be a leader, go be a friend, and go be human. Goodbye.